What's going on, everybody? It's your boy PTK Blam back in the building with another episode of the Shop Podcast. How is everybody doing this Saturday? Appreciate the continued love and support here on the Shop Podcast, the one-stop shop for all your gaming news on the weekends, man. The best podcast and panel on the weekends. We appreciate the continued support, man. So no guests, as you guys can see, it's just the four of us on the panel today, man. We're gonna rock out old school style and get it in this weekend. We had a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack, a lot happened. Big news, small news, important news, all around, man. But let's go ahead and dive right in. Once again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not already. We appreciate the love and support from each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Tom as well from BG4G Hub. Go check us out on the website as well. That link is in the description below. So appreciate the support. So let's go ahead and just dive right in, man. Let's go around the panel. Let my compadres talk. So how you been, Stag? I know there was a bit of change of plans this week. Some good news with your son and his coach. And then I know you said that the surgery is being pushed off till next week, right? Or at least next week.
Yeah, no COVID for my kid's coach, which was great. Surgery was supposed to be Thursday. Woke up the morning of actually Wednesday. They told the surgeon place called and they're like, "Hey, your insurance is being dickheads. They haven't approved it yet. Can you light a fire under their ass?" So I tried, and they said, "Oh, it'll be approved by 6 a.m. Call us around 9 a.m." Called. It never got approved. They're like, "Well, we can get back to you if it does." And I'm like, I would have to leave my house in fucking 30 minutes to make it there on time because it's 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's tentatively been rescheduled to this coming Thursday. I need to call my insurance company. They're open 24/7 for my wife's company. So I have a special little thing for them. So I gotta call and just keep lighting fires under their asses. It takes 5 to 15 days because
Yeah.
American insurance healthcare system is just a wonderful system of people who need to review your. Do you really need this? Do we really need to pay this money? No, I'm faking it. But yeah, so things got put on hold. I'm still grinding out Gamerscore, Road for a Million, streaming up until the surgery. So you know where to find me here and on Twitch.
Let's get it, man. We're gonna dive into a lot of that streaming stuff too, but let's go ahead and throw this over to you, Centurion. Let everybody know what's going on with you, what you've been playing, brother, how you been.
Well, I've been doing great. I'm definitely excited. It's Saturday night. I get to kick it with my homies and talk games. And by the way, it is no longer COVID. I'm going Phil Spencer. I'm going to start calling it the C19.
Right.
Is that right? No way. He got the C19. Get out. Anyways, but yeah, see, I'm already excited to be chatting with you guys. I haven't been really playing too much, been working a whole lot. Been basically hacking away at ESO, trying to get into the new DLC that they put out like in the beginning of, as a matter of fact, the beginning of June. So here we are.
All right, man. All right, well, I appreciate you here on the show every single week, man. Once again, as you file in the chat, just say hello. Retweet the link on Twitter as well. We appreciate you guys' support there. You guys have been awesome and amazing every single week. So let's go ahead and throw this over to you, Fuzz. Let everybody know what's going on with you, man. How you been? What you been playing, brother?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Just been working and getting a little bit of time on was it Crossfire X? Just having a little bit of fun and frustration, but more fun than frustration. But other than that, just been looking forward to today and talking about some of the news that's been happening over the past week. But great to be here with you guys. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Let's dive in, man. Let's go give you just a couple quick shout outs in the chat. Shout out Indie Gamer, King James, Shown 2 Mod of the Year, Michael, Cyberpunk, everybody in here hanging out, man. Zinc, everybody in here, War Chicken. Appreciate you guys, man. Every single week you guys are here. James, shout out, man. But let's go ahead and dive right into the topics. And as everybody know, that's currently present, we do the poll of the week every single Monday on Twitter. So follow me there. All of that information is in the description below. So let's go ahead and rock out with this poll of the week. So poll of the week this week's, well, if you were given a do-over to play a game and it feels like the first time again, which one would you choose? So I had 3 different options and the other just to allow people kind of to throw out, what their option would be. So we got the original Halo CE, The Last of Us, Zelda Ocarina of Time, and then others. So it's pretty close. Halo CE prevailed 37%, Zelda Ocarina of Time and other 24% apiece, and then Last of Us 15%. So which one out of that did you guys pick? We'll start with you, Stag, as well. As you guys in the chat, let us know out of those options, which one would you guys choose and why? Go ahead, Stag.
I voted Halo, of course, because like without Halo, I wouldn't be on the Xbox platform. Plain and
Wow.
simple.
Wow.
I was super anti Xbox or Microsoft, I should say, joining the gaming market. I was a
Yeah.
Nintendo guy. I had Sony. I had a PlayStation previously, but I had a GameCube. I had a Dreamcast. I was perfectly happy. I honestly was one of those people that was like, Microsoft's gonna ruin the gaming industry. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I know I've talked about it before, but I got an OG Xbox off of a manager of mine at the time with like 5 games, and Halo CE was one of them for a really good price. And I've never looked back, man. I loved Halo, and if I could experience that for the first time over and over and over again, fucking A, I'd do it.
Oh man, tell me about it. I made this list, man.
I just was. I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
But no, I made this list, and I figured that was going to be a tough one because I mean, Halo was big for me as well.
I mean, a close second would be
Yeah.
Children of Morta.
Oh, okay,
You know,
okay. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I plug that
Okay.
game every chance I get.
I know, man. Big fan of the game. So, all right. So Halo, yeah. So Halo is big for a lot of people. I figured Halo would get a lot of push on a poll. No surprise here, man. I mean, if I could, Halo would have been my choice easy. I can remember the moment I went from being okay at Halo to being better than all my friends at Halo. There was literally like a flip of the switch. I remember where I was at, what I was playing, what people were in the house. We were doing not game share, but system link. Remember with the multiple TVs?
Landline.
Landline, straight up landline. And I remember the game that I won. I beat everybody, and I never lost the rest of the day, literally. And then from that point on, I was just took. But yeah, all those moments, all those types of things, if I could relive all over in Halo, would be amazing. So let's throw this over to you, Centurion, man. What out of those options would you choose, and why, brother?
Well, you said you had a fill in the blank option, so
yeah, other.
I definitely chose other purely because for a while there I actually didn't have a console, and that was a little bit off and on during the OG Xbox. So regretfully, I didn't get too much into Halo in them. For me, when I got the 360, I got obviously an Xbox 360 and picked up Mass Effect. And that right there was a game that hooked me to, I guess you could say, RPGs like no other. Like everything that BioWare punched out that year, I mean, that generation I had to have, and it was all due to Mass Effect. And I guess I'm still kind of looking for games that kind of give you that feeling like you got when you played the original Mass Effect, because it just felt a little bit more over the top than what you got compared to most sci-fi games.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, Mass Effect was a big one. I know that's Fuzz. I know Fuzz is next, so Mass Effect was big for him too. He's a big fan of that. But yeah, that's a great game, phenomenal game. You're right. At one point, people, I know we talk about Anthem. I'm gonna bring it up early just to get the shit out the way.
It's already been in chat multiple times.
Yeah,
so.
I see it a couple times. But BioWare at one point was a phenomenal, can't miss. Top tier studio, man.
To put this into like, if anybody cares to put this in perspective, I walked into a GameStop in Prescott Valley Mall. So this is in small town USA. And I said, I need a game that is going to interest me. And literally the guy behind the counter told me that this game, Mass Effect, came out, and he started talking about it. And he's like, you won't go wrong with this game. So just by sheer, the guy behind the counter recommending the game, I bought it, and now it's actually considered one of my most favorite games I've ever played. So, I mean, like, I absolutely knew nothing about that game other than what the guy told me from behind the counter.
Awesome. Okay, cool. That's it. Once again, man, that's a classic game. And I see, just to go around the chat here, I see a couple people talking about, shout out to Irrelevant Native. He said Oblivion. Oblivion was a classic too. That's Bethesda. And then we got a couple. BioShock 1, that was phenomenal for storytelling. That's when Ken Levine was in his prime as far as storytelling. So great games, chat. So let's go ahead and throw this over to you, Fuzz. Out of those options, brother, did you have a other, or did you pick one of the first three?
I went with other, and my choice is going to be a bit of a weird one, and it mainly has to do with me putting down the part 2 for quite a while. I picked The Division, the original one.
Oh, wow.
The weird thing about it is when that thing first came out, like after all the hype, after all the, the walkthrough videos and things like that, as far as the Dark Zone and how things work. There was just so much hype around it. And for me, it continued for over a year of me playing that thing nonstop. And to go back to it now after playing Division 2, it's like, oh my God, this thing just, what did I enjoy about this compared to 2? But it was just something unique where you went through the missions. It was like me and 3 guys that I met during the beta. We teamed up, went through the missions on hard level, finished the game, and then we're like, all right, let's go to the Dark Zone. And then it was a different thing that first day because everybody was kind of like, okay, let's be good guys and shoot the bad guys. It was like only randomly would you see 1 or 2 people go rogue, and it's like everybody, the whole server would just hunt them down. And
I remember that. I was there during them times. Yeah.
I mean, it was fun during those times, and then they did that 1.01 patch or whatever, and it kind of turned the tables. But it was a totally different experience. Like looking back at it now, compared to like when it first launched, I've tried going back to Division 1 like after playing 2 a couple of times, and it's like I can't. I miss all the extra features that they've added, but that initial launch was just, for me, that was my entry into multiplayer games more so than anything, or live service games, where it was like, okay, I have the campaign aspect and then the Dark Zone, and then we all know how the Dark Zone went until what was it, update 1.4. But for the most part, I would like to experience that as if it was day 1 all over again.
Awesome. Okay. That's not a bad option, man. That's funny because I didn't think you would have chose that. My wife actually has gone back a couple of times and played Division 1. I'm like, man, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for me to go back, man. Like you said, the Division 2 is annoying, but I will definitely miss the features that come with Division 2 as of right now. The way the game is built now, sometimes it's tough for me to go back and play some of the older versions of the game. So that's a great one, great warm-up topic, man. Once again, chat, let's go ahead and give a couple shout-outs to Relevant Native, everybody hanging out with us, shown to once again, man. You guys are fucking awesome. Every single week you guys are in here. So once again, everybody, retweet that link. Let everybody know on Twitter we're here live at the Shop Podcast. Let's keep it going, man. Keep it moving, and let's get this thing moving. So next topic. So we're getting into some heavy stuff now. So if you haven't been under a rock, there was some big stuff happening, as far as the streaming front goes. Out of nowhere, just left field, essentially Microsoft dissolved Mixer and now is going to be transitioning people to Facebook gaming, which was completely left field. None of us knew this was even anything that was on the table. Some people, you would see it here and there. You see the Mixer numbers. Mixer wasn't really growing how they anticipated it. Now it's all self-inflicted at this point. They pretty much pulled a Google and just overnight gone. So eventually they're going to transition people to Facebook gaming.
They didn't pull a Google. Google just pulled the plug and no one heard anything. At least Microsoft released a press statement.
All right. Well, I mean, ultimately, nobody knew this was coming. So you didn't, I didn't, nobody even thought this was even something that was going to happen when it happened.
You didn't get it in your Microsoft stock trader report that you get every month?
No, I think I missed it. I think
I got it in my shill report. Sorry.
The shill report. Got it. Yeah, okay, got it. I didn't renew my subscription to Shills R Us online. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have to figure that out.
I'll send you the link for your.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I got to redo that thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, man. So yeah, I just want to get everybody's opinion out. Now, Stag, you have a unique point of view because you do stream heavily. You streamed on both. You've had issues with Mixer. I mean, Twitch is primarily where you stream right now, but was it a surprise for you, especially you being a streamer? And how do you feel? Obviously, my first thought was, holy crap, everybody that essentially has built a following on that platform, that kind of sucks. You got to start from all over again, transition your audience from one platform to another. So it's the uprooting that kind of frustrated me. But how do you feel about that?
I never really had a problem with Mixer. I had a personal issue with what happened to my channel.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I don't want to misconstrue this.
Yeah. I mean, because of situations that were outside of my control. But yeah, it was totally out of left field. I feel I'm going to preface with what I'm going to probably ramble on with here. I feel bad for partners and anybody that are not a partner that had built up their platform and was making money at it, or striving for that. That being said, the reality is, the last time I looked, Twitch has around 79%
Yeah,
of
it's ridiculous of the
the
market.
viewership of the
Yeah,
market.
yeah,
Right?
it's crazy.
Mixer was a very, very distant second, and the weird thing about this is Facebook Gaming is an even more distant third. So not only were they a distant third to Twitch, the gap between Mixer and Facebook Gaming was incredibly big.
Yeah, that's an odd flex, man.
Yeah, but
Such
see,
a weird move.
so I get it. You know, they didn't sell it. They're partnering and they're keeping the proprietary FTL stuff and things like that. I get that. You know, you can't just keep throwing money at things. They tried some stuff, and it's not Xbox, it's Microsoft, because that's who owned them. But they tried some stuff. They tried to make it better. They fucked up and did a bunch of stupid shit too, and it didn't work out. And at some point, you've got to either one, sell it, two, just keep throwing fucking money at it, which some people do, or find a partnership that might help you and help somebody else, like with how they're doing that with the xCloud. Like, I think partnering with Facebook Gaming and Facebook in general for the xCloud stuff is going to be, if they pull it off right, who knows? I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs, but the fact that, like, what I was reading was that they'll be able to, if these streamers are switching over or whatever, if they're playing like an xCloud game or whatever games, you can just instantly click something and play that game. That's their goal. So it could be a streaming platform in the sense of the place for people on the internet to play a web-based version of xCloud, maybe, kind of. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I wasn't super upset by it because I had already made the transition to Twitch last July, August.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is I was going to start using Mixer exclusively to stream Lego games in the evenings. But now I'm just I'm kind of rethinking my whole plan. I'm still going to do the Lego games and stuff, but I don't have a problem with it. I understand it. It displaces a lot of people, but so a lot of my friends that I would watch on Mixer and then that's some streamers that I would support are now moving to Twitch. I know one person that's going to Facebook Gaming, and I followed her, but I'm like, I'm probably not going to watch your stream just because on Facebook. But like the people that are on Twitch, it's like last night, it was so nice that we're all like kind of in the same fucking place now.
Yeah,
it kind of really makes it a little bit easier, in my opinion, because I can they can host me, I can host them. It's easier just to I don't have to jockey two sites anymore, which I mean it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't bug me too much. Like it feels like we all knew this was coming at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
on some level, like that Mixer was never gonna. Mixer had I was talking to my buddy Phantom about this, and Mixer had around 500,000 streamers, and at any given time they had 80,000 viewers.
Yeah.
So, check what I put in the DM.
Yeah, no, I've seen that before. I've seen that picture you posted in the DM just now, Centurion, and that kind of goes
damn, dude.
It's not even close.
I'm looking at what
basically in a time of unprecedented industry growth, Mixer stood still.
Yeah, essentially.
They almost went backwards. Jesus.
They almost lost people, which is crazy when you consider the times that people are in right now. People staying home, not being able to go out.
They had a perfect opportunity in this lockdown to really explode, and they didn't take advantage of it.
Yep. So I'm 100%. Like I said, I mean, I'm an Xbox guy. Like I can't necessarily blame this directly on Xbox. Like you said, it's more of a Microsoft thing. But ultimately, like you said, this was a failed project at the end of the day. There's really not much to say about it. I think the platform had a lot of great options to offer. I mean, if you're going to try and supplant something like Twitch, you definitely have to go about it a different way. I mean, there was no marketing, no advertising for Mixer. I didn't see Mixer anywhere outside of on Xbox when I signed in, or Twitter every now and then. But I didn't really see much marketing for Mixer. So I know it was a combination of multiple different things, and they tried to do different things, try to throw bags of money at these large streamers, and it was a temporary, it was like a B12 shot, kind of a quick upper, and then everything kind of settled back down once people got used to seeing these streamers on this new platform.
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
Those when they brought those people over, that did nothing for anybody
It
else
didn't.
except for those people. And
Yeah.
I mean, that has nothing to do with, like, they could have made it so they could have had an affiliate program. There was a lot of really good things that they did, and there was a lot of really, really bad things that they didn't do, and things that just they never even, like, why wouldn't you make people have an affiliate level partnership / not a partner, but an affiliate program where, like, I'm on Twitch, I'm affiliated, I'm not a partner, but Twitch is making money off my stream because I'm an affiliate and people can sub to me, and I have anywhere from 8 to 15 subs at any given time, and they make $2.50 off every sub, and so do I. Mixer didn't do that. Oh, we're going to give you fucking embers. Well, and then they rolled out this, like, oh, you can sub with Microsoft points. That was great, but they should have let everybody have that option. Like not just for partners. They kicked themselves in the ass and cut off the fucking revenue stream.
A whole lot of ideas, but a whole lot of stagnant mood. Like a whole lot of ideas, but a whole lot of nothing. Associated with those ideas.
No, I don't want money. No.
Yeah. So it's pretty telling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty telling that it happened so fast. Obviously, things don't happen that fast. So this is something that probably for the last few months they've been planning on doing anyway. These things
they did a really good job of keeping it secret.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Nobody knew shit was coming. A lot of people thought it was the whole thing that happened on Twitter that kind of triggered it.
No, deals like this don't happen overnight. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, we don't even know if, like, this was Microsoft looking to offload or partner. It could have been the other way around, where it was like Facebook gaming. I mean, it feels like, because it was a platform, but Facebook could have come to them and said, we want to do this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We don't know the details of the deal. So let's go ahead and throw this over to you, Centurion. Just get your opinion about the news. What you thought? You had on it.
Well, when I saw this, I'm kind of right there with Stagger. Did kind of shrug and be like, didn't see that coming. So it sucks, especially right now with a lot of things going on in 2020. 2020 is just basically for the birds at this point. So to see people that lost their ability to make money, both the people that worked for Mixer and the partners, the people who streamed, it really stinks. It really does. But at the same time, at least Microsoft came out and actually, in a way, admitted the fault, that they weren't doing their partners any justice, that they weren't kind of helping them make as much money as they should be. Now, I'm pretty sure they wanted everybody to go to Facebook. It seems like everybody's going to Twitch, but I'll be up front. Every once in a while, I'll turn on YouTube in the background, and the quartering comes on, and I hear about some of the stuff that goes on over at Twitch. And that's where it's just like, I feel like we're going to have a constant back and forth now between, like a love triangle between now YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, because everybody's going to be constantly kind of moving around. 1 minute, one guy's rules are too strict and another person's are more loose.
But if you're partnered and you decide to leave, there's non-compete. I have a friend who was partnered and left Twitch, and he basically couldn't get partnered on another platform for 2 years.
Oh, wow. See, yeah. I don't know the political ins and outs of that stuff. So that's Twitch.
He was a Twitch partner, and he moved to a different platform and couldn't be a partner or employed because he had a 2-year non-compete. And I'm not going to name names, but I do have a friend that happened to. So I'm not saying they're all like that, but that would make sense.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
I mean, it's different with like Ninja, because I'm pretty sure there was a buyout on some level that we don't know about,
Yeah, he got lawyer money. He's okay. He got lawyer money. So yeah, he made sure
he got like light of fire money, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, he made sure everything was watertight in that deal. I'm sure he left with some. I'm sure he left with all of his money, not a penny less, for sure. He didn't lose.
And now he's back.
Yeah, now he's back.
and he got even more money to go back. That's what's fucking hilarious.
Twitch signed him again?
Yeah, I heard he got like $30 million to go back to Twitch.
Jesus Christ!
Damn. See, that's.
And that was in the works before. That was already in the works. They bought him out. I heard. I don't have facts on this, but that Twitch bought his contract out, and he got 30 million to go back.
Wow.
Which, I mean, that's some savvy business shit right there,
Oh,
dude.
dude,
It's true.
I'm not hating. I don't count on other men's pockets, but kudos to him.
No.
When Mixer
Hey,
shut
get what
down,
you can when you can. If you're not stepping on anybody and hurting them,
Yep.
Jesus.
when Mixer shut down, the only thing I thought about doing was I want to hit up Stag and just kind of like get his thoughts and input on this whole situation, because you feel like he was the only one. Like, I don't stream, so that's why I just feel like, sadly, I'm disconnected from the emotional side of it. And I
mean,
can
I
see
have
why
some friends that
Microsoft did it.
hate Twitch, but they're like, you know what? I'm not going to Facebook gaming
Yeah.
and building another platform or putting in the time on a platform that's unproven, and they're going to Twitch or going back to Twitch because it's like it's well established. There's a lot of fish in that sea for viewership. So, anyways,
it's a back and forth thing, and we didn't mean to hijack you over there. Centurion, were you done, or I don't want to cut you off?
Well,
What to say?
I don't know, but here's a thought that I just had. Does this now leave it open for someone to step in as a fourth? Would the world even be
some sites
receptive
trying.
to another person?
Who?
I mean, Trovo's trying. DL Live was trying, but they just got hacked recently, so I don't know about that. But Trovo has a really interesting incentive program that they're trying to roll out next month, where they're going to pay you based on. So they're going to put you in 4 or 5 different categories. Levels, tiers, basically, and they're going to pay you based on hours watched. They've invested over $30 million into just the payout structure. If it's true, I've read about it. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I went over to that site and I signed up, and I was going to start using it, and I streamed one night, and the delay is over 30 seconds.
Oh,
I
that's
am
tough.
not even fucking
tough.
kidding around.
Yeah,
I was like playing the game, and it was still in the fucking cutscene from like 30 to 40 seconds prior. And because I watch my streams on mute. Yeah, you can't do that. Like, Twitch is close. It's closer than it used to be. But man, Mixer was great with that instant communication. This is one thing that I really thrive on in my streams, is being able to communicate with you guys and have conversations. So
in real time, because
30 seconds, man, I'm gonna forget what the fuck I said. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I actually ask people in the stream constantly, like, what are you referencing?
That's horrible. That is horrible. So, man, we'll see, man. There may be some other options to step up. It's gonna be tough. You know, they've cornered the market with that streaming over there at Twitch. But let's throw this over to you, Fuzz. Get your opinion. I mean, I know you don't stream, but just like I said, this was left field for everybody. I don't know anybody that even like had a hint of this happening. Generally, we hear like stuff here and there. This was on nobody's radar. So this is very, very strange, out of left field. But where you at on it, man?
I think we knew something would happen, but nowhere near this soon. Like maybe a year or two, because it just didn't seem like after hiring Ninja or Shroud that it really took off any further. It just seemed like it was going to be something that they would probably wait. Well, at least I thought they would probably wait until about a year into the next console to see if that kind of brought traffic back to Mixer or new traffic as far as potentially new customers with the new console. But I guess considering how the fiscal years go, it makes perfect sense that if this thing isn't tracking the way they want, let's cut losses now while we can, type of thing, before we put any more money into it and put money towards something that's going to be at least more sensible in the next generation. But I feel bad for those that were relying on that particular platform. I mean, the only streaming I ever really did was more so experience points level streaming. So like for Forza and some other games that are Microsoft centric, you would be able to get XP, or you would get skins or some sort of cosmetic
rewards for watching, things like that.
Right. And that would tie into the game, which I thought that was pretty cool. Now that's gone. It's not the biggest feature in the world to miss or anything along those lines, but I do feel for those that were using that as their source of income. It sucks, but I business sucks sometimes when it comes to making decisions just at the end of the fiscal year or a quarter, and they want to make sure before they transition into this next generation, that all the books are clear and everything can hopefully start in the black instead of keep on going into the red as far as their outlook. But it sucks.
Now,
Didn't expect it, not for a while anyway.
Not to hop in on you, but I think you were the only one who mentioned this, Fuzzy, but you guys know about the Microsoft stores too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
That makes like perfectly good sense. One, I never thought they were that popular. I mean, they had their events and stuff, but they always seemed kind of empty when I'd be at the mall or wherever. And two, like, given where we're at in the world,
totally leeching off those stores.
But like where we're at in the world right now, like, can you justify paying rent on retail space right now?
Yeah, and they did say that their online sales are up to the point to where it's almost neck and neck with their as far as what they're selling online compared to what they're selling out of a store. And like you said, on top of paying rent, paying for lights and for the building and all of this other kind of stuff, so that's understandable. There's a lot more at play with the store.
Kind of at fault.
You got to take risks to be successful, and you've got to fail to be successful sometimes. I mean, you got to learn from your mistakes and grow and try things. I mean, if you ain't trying new things or putting your neck out there, I mean, you're just gonna not wear a mask to the store. Well,
I was trying to make the joke on. I feel like PTK. Do you feel a little bit at fault for the Microsoft stores being closed partially because was Microsoft broke into when they got into Scottsdale Fashion Square?
No, I don't know.
I know they got into Apple.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did.
That's what I'm kind of like. Well, at the same time, I'm pretty sure they're like, yeah, we're gonna start shutting down stores.
Yeah. So I mean, who knows? Once again, it was something that caught a lot of us off guard. Pretty much all of us off guard. I don't know anybody that had. We've talked about it a little bit, but not to the point to where we even thought it was something that was on the table. I know Fuzz mentioned he's probably actually the only one that actually had a full-in conversation about it. So kudos to you, Fuzz, for being on top of that, brother. But let's go ahead and throw this over to the next topic, man. So we're gonna be talking a little Halo Infinite. We're going to be talking a teaser. So we recently, a few days ago, got a teaser about a minute long audio clip, minute and a half audio clip. Holy shit, boys. It is almost time to get it popping, okay? For sure. Yeah. So essentially, there was some tidbits in the trailer, some highlights. One, Atriox in the trailer. If you don't know, Halo Wars 2, essentially he's the main antagonist. Essentially, he's throughout
the
asshole. Yeah, he's throughout the actual. I believe he's in the books as well. I don't have the books. I haven't read them, but I believe he's even in the books as well. As well as the Banished are returning. So we're assuming they're confirmed essentially to be part of Halo Infinite to some degree. We don't know if that's going to be the main faction or we're going to be fighting a war on 4 or 5 different fronts where we're fighting the Flood plus them plus other stuff. But it's very, very interesting to see. It got a lot of traction. I mean, a few million views in like a day and a half. All kind of people were going crazy. It was trending.
Oh, but no one cares about Halo and it's a dead franchise. Don't you know, bro? Come on.
Well, I mean, disregarding the Twitter cares about that shit. I'm hype as fuck. Okay, ultimately, it's new Halo news. We love to see tidbits of the story. So I'm gonna start with you, Stag. I know you a big Halo guy. So am I, brother. We brothers from another mother when it comes to Halo, man. So where were you at when you saw it? When you heard it? Was that something that you weren't aware? I mean, obviously we hadn't talked about.
We all didn't really know what the fuck next Halo was going to be, other than what we saw at E3, and that's pretty much almost all we've seen.
Yeah.
Up till the other day, dude, I don't fucking care. Give me every enemy in the Halo universe and give me a new alien species to have everybody complain about that they don't fucking like. That's or they're fucking bullet sponges or they're too OP. Fuck you. Give me more Halo. There's so much lore. I want it all. I don't
People
care.
were complaining that they didn't want Atriox.
Well, people are complaining about that. I'm so glad it's not the Prometheans. And I'm like, if you don't think they're not going to have that in part of this next game, I mean, I don't see how they don't bring everything back, Yeah,
that's
if they're going to make it bigger and better, it makes sense that you might go the different. I don't know. I'm just throwing fucking spaghetti at a wall here and seeing what sticks. But man, you might go to a planet that has fucking Prometheans shit. You might go to a planet that's got Flood shit, and the Brutes and the Covenant, and maybe some new species we've never even heard of or been exposed to in the games. But there's just so much available, and I hope it's hard. I hope it's fun. And I hope it feels like, I mean, all the Halo games have been great to me. I don't care what anybody says. I enjoy them. So, man, I don't get hyped up and excited about much of anything when it comes to gaming, other than like Children of Morta. But fucking Halo, dude, every goddamn time. I love it.
Awesome.
Love it.
And it was needed. It was needed too. You know, it's just a quick little audio trailer, and it was something that, like I said, was left field.
Dude, it was cool, yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. This is the thing. So
the coolest thing for the littlest thing too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it wasn't too much, wasn't too little. You know, just something nice, something more along the mainline story, more along just giving us just enough to wet just a morsel. Essentially. So the cool thing is that people forget these rollouts for Halo are always fucking amazing. Even Halo 5, remember that the commercials they did for Halo 5 were one time the Chief was all beat up, the other commercial was Lock all beat up. It had everybody confused. The rollouts for Halo are legendary usually. So this is something right along those lines. Hopefully we're going to continue to see a large rollout for Halo Infinite. We know the July show is coming, but I'm excited, Stag. I don't have shit to say, bro.
Dude, you know what I hope the most?
What?
Besides, I hope the game's awesome, which I won't be let down. As I hope there's a fucking custom Halo CE or a custom Halo Infinite Series X. I seriously, I want that more than anything.
Oh man,
packaged with the game.
Oh, I don't. Well, I mean, it would be digital.
And a steelbook and a statue and a poster or.
You think they're gonna they have to do a legendary edition or something?
God damn it! Take my fucking $1,000 with a console and a statue. I will fucking sign the fuck up for 2 of them.
Oh man!
I got a credit card. God damn. I will buy one of them and never open it, and buy a second regular one to play on. I won't even buy. I'll buy a black fucking Series X to play on, and the Halo one will sit in a box on my fucking shelf because I'm crazy like that.
But no, as you guys can see, we're hyped for Halo. So once again, in the comment section, let us know what you guys think about this Halo teaser, man. Like, what is this change you guys' expectations? Where do you guys think this fits in the story? Has this hyped you guys up even more? Once again, keep that chat popping, man. Let us know. So we're gonna throw this over to you, Centurion, man. I know you said we're not gonna cap. I know you frauding on this particular topic because I know you didn't play much Halo, at least Halo CE to begin with.
Does he even play video games? Goddamn, I feel like.
Well, wait a minute, man. If I've given that impression, I apologize. I wasn't around for the original Halo. The original Halo on the original Xbox. I had a parent that would not fork out the money for that, and
parents are jerks.
I know, dude. So when I was old enough to afford my own damn game console as a grown man, no, I'm playing. That's how the 360 thing came in. So when I dabbled on the original OG Xbox, I was going over to friends' houses. But so hell yeah, when the Halo Master Chief Collection came out, I freaking played every single one of them in a damn row.
Hell yeah, you have to. I did the same thing, and I've played them all already.
Yeah, same here.
So I've played them all. Hell, I enjoyed Halo 5.
I still got to finish up Reach.
There's only so I need to still play like ODST.
That's the worst one in my opinion.
ODST, Reach, and Halo Wars 1. I have played Halo Wars 2, and I'm going to say right now, I was like a giddy little girl as soon as you heard him say the banished and the screen starts shimmering and that symbol came up, because I was like, oh, sweet. Not only are we getting Atriox, but we're getting the whole damn thing. He's bringing everybody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fun fact, so I actually got to play test.
I was really giddy.
Sorry. I actually got to playtest ODST before it came out. I live not too far from the campus. So.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, I mean, go ahead, Centurion. I don't want to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say that I'm excited that they are bringing Atriox back. This is a good sign that they are wanting to push the franchise in the right direction, because it obviously seems like, they know they're probably not going to do another Halo Wars, so they don't want to kind of let Atriox just kind of like sit over there and stagnate. I'm curious on how they're going to bring it through.
Why you think there won't be another Halo Wars, though?
Yeah, that's kind of odd. I don't know where
I mean,
Maybe.
it's a good
Maybe
RTS.
now.
Yeah,
Maybe
They're
now.
a really good
Hell,
RTS, and
it's so
they've
well.
done pretty
Maybe
well.
now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying maybe now, at least maybe they were done with Halo Wars for this generation. Maybe next generation, once they kind of, like I said, we're blurring the lines already between
Yeah, they
console
could do one on
and PC, so
PC
yeah,
for sure. You know what I mean?
definitely,
Like they
and we're
did Gears Tactics and stuff.
oh yeah, definitely. And that's kind of like I believe Halo Wars was when it originally came out, and then it was like kind of put on the 360 or something
No,
like
it
that. I
was
don't know.
built for controller.
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
They specifically built it so it would be easier to play on a controller.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I'll just say I was giddy when I I knew it was Atriox when I heard the voice because yes, I got a spoiler. I looked on someone's Twitter handle and saw something. But I was like, Atriox is back. But then when you just see like him actually the whole little speech and talking about how him and the Banished are coming, you're just like, I don't know why. I just got chills because that definitely feels like the story that Halo is going to try to craft for us is going to be pretty epic.
Oh, dude. So this is the thing, and I know you guys are with me. I know you guys are with me on this because we've talked about this before. Everything about Halo Infinite screams scale, screams large, screams big, screams epic, down to the damn thing.
Epic.
Oh, Halo!
So, does this mean like they're gonna have like Atriox like kill Locke or something?
Look, I don't
We
know.
all know Atriox is ruthless like that. So it's like I feel like we're gonna bring in Atriox, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm putting $20 on this. Atriox is gonna clip someone.
Is he
I
gonna
don't
be
know
like
who. I see him
be like
clipping
the
somebody.
Deacon of Halo? He's just gonna come in and start batting people in the head with that big ass hammer, killing people left and right.
That's what I mean. Like in the very beginning, I just see Atriox showing up, and he is going to clip someone.
Man, look. Hey, you know
This
the
is
funny
not
thing?
The Walking Dead with
We don't even start.
All of a sudden, Atriox is Negan.
Yeah, just killing people off left and right. But it can be interesting. So let's go ahead and get your opinion on this, Fuzz. Where you at when you heard it? What did you first think about when you realized who it was? Where you at on this?
Well, it's funny. Like I'm the fraud here, but I remember from playing Halo Wars 2 with Atriox and stuff. I'm like, oh, and the thing was, I remember a lot of people were like, oh yeah, he should be in the next Halo and stuff like that when Halo Wars 2 came out. So I'm like,
tell them
it
now.
only makes sense to have them in this one for now. So it was awesome to see that they're bringing this character into the next Halo installment. But yeah, for the most part, I'm excited for the fact that it's going to be something I've at least gotten to play with Halo Wars 2 now in the new in the current Halo or the next Halo coming out. But yeah, it's I'm excited for where they're going with this. I want to see how expansive this is going to be because he was pretty much the star of Halo Wars 2. That's what made it interesting as far as fighting him with all the strategy stuff. But it's going to definitely be interesting seeing how it plays out in Infinite. That I'm definitely looking forward to it.
So, did it change your mind about the scale of Halo? Now this is another enemy we didn't even know was going to be part of Halo Infinite at all. Does this change your mind about the scale and size, or is this going to be the main enemy and that's it? Or are we getting multiple different? Obviously, you don't know, but we're all speculating here. But who gives a shit? What does this change your mind about like the size of Halo Infinite possibly?
No, because I have, and I know somebody else had mentioned this timeline thing, but I think it's going to be an expansive story to the point where he's not going to be the only bad guy that we're going to have to go up against. But I think he'll probably be in the early phases, let's say, because I just see that there's going to be kind of like 3 main acts of this, and some of it might be a loop into previous Halo stories. So I'm wondering how they're either going to do if it's a timeline thing or if it's just we're going to have to travel from ring to ring type of thing. But I think this is going to be a much larger game than any of the previous ones. If anything, more of like 2 or 3 stories worth combined as far as the size of the world that we're going to have to travel through.
Okay. All right. Well, man, so ultimately, like you said, looking at the information, looking at what we saw, it's massive. I mean, like Zing said, Halo was already massive, but we talk about
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead. Yeah.
No.
Maybe you guys might know, but why were they the banished again? I played Halo Wars so long ago that I would have to replay it again to actually know the story.
Didn't they turn on the
prophets?
Yeah.
I believe that's why
They tried to take the power from the prophets at some point.
Sure.
Okay.
It says no more prophets, no more lies. So they turned on,
because the prophets are fucking liars. But
clearly.
Well, yeah.
All right.
That's where now we're all trying to be like, dang, how are they going to really?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what
God.
we're saying.
Yeah,
They definitely turned on the covenant.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what all of this entails when we get all of it in one place and we get the full rollout reveal. But Halo's Infinite is going to be epic. It's going to be epic and Infinite. Sorry, so I'm super excited for it.
It's going to be infinitely epic.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. And appreciate everybody here watching us live. Once again, if you're in the chat, let us know you're in the chat. Say hi. Hit the link, hit the like. Hit the link on Twitter as well. Let everybody know we're live here. So, last thing we're talking about here today, man. So we're going to be talking a little bit about Phil Spencer's GameLab interview. So this is something that I actually retweeted on Twitter myself. I just randomly was looking on YouTube, and it actually was in my recommends. And I watched it, and it was gems. And I saw it on Twitter. So if you guys haven't seen it, you just put it in Phil Spencer GameLab interview on YouTube. You guys can check it out. Matter of fact, I put a link in the description. You guys can click on that YouTube link and find it there as well. But
for some reason, the original interview from GameLabs was pulled off of their channel or something.
Yeah, it's like
a dead thing. I don't know why.
Channel. Yeah, it's on somebody else's channel. I think somebody reposted it under their channel. So, but it's the full interview is there. A lot of gems, a couple highlights. Phil talked about playing the game, not hearing the game. Just being super confident about. They asked him specifically, "Did you watch the Sony show?" He said, "Yeah, we watched it. I feel really confident after seeing what they're doing." Just a couple little highlights there, but we'll start with you on this one, Stag. I don't know if you watched it or even maybe just read the footnotes essentially about what he said. But what do you think about the interview? And that kind of puts a stamp on what we've been talking about and the attitude that Xbox has had, throughout the last probably 18 months, and they've been on a roll.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, you had a yawn there. Man, I did watch the interview. Of course, I watched the interview. I like to be prepared. And it's good background noise while I'm playing some shitty ass game for Gamerscore. So it was a really good interview. I right now, off the top of my head, I should have watched it again before the show tonight because I watched it earlier in the week, obviously. And the way my brain's all fucked up because I need the surgery. I don't remember a lot from it, but what I do remember and has been, like you said, he's been supremely confident. And not only, in my opinion, has he been supremely confident, Phil is who I mean, he's been really humbled during this process as well. Sure, he's talking a big game and he's saying after watching Sony's show, I really feel like we're in a good position. And he compliments them on having a good show and doing what they're doing and stuff like that. But he still seems really humble about this. And it doesn't seem like he's like, we're going to fucking stomp their dicks in the ground, like that kind of shit. It's just, it's more of we have a plan. We've had a plan. We have a really good product. We have really good games coming and we know this and we're going to show it to you in July. I'm glad we got to see what the other company was doing before we did something because it shows us what we're doing is on the right track kind of a thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And I just feel like it was another good interview. His last interview was really good and it was informative and I just really feel like the brand is moving in a good direction. No matter what the trolls say and the haters say, or even the people that love Xbox but feel like they were let down this gen. I've never felt let down this gen, to be honest with you. I mean, I've been primarily an Xbox gamer and I've always had plenty to play. Maybe not the cinematic fucking high fidelity graphic games, but that doesn't make a game fun for me necessarily all the time. They're enjoyable, but I've enjoyed this gen. You know what I mean? I didn't buy three different versions of the Xbox One because I don't like the platform. So I just feel like they're supremely confident going forward. They know what they have, and I think they know they're going to wow some people in July. Now, are they going to be like, is it going to be amazing? Fuck, I don't know, man, but I sure hope so. Like, I don't feel like they need to like knock it out of the park and crazy out of the park. But like, some people are like, they got to fucking nail this. They got to step up to the plate. Yeah, I mean, they do need to do a good job because they do need to win back some people. Yeah, I'm not going to mention it. Nope, not going to mention it. And make some people come back from their shit posting and stuff like that, and make those people feel like they're doing whatever they feel like needs to be done on this platform. And I think they're going to address that. I think they're going to address like some more mature games and better the next gen graphics on both systems are going to be fucking amazing. I mean, we all know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, the interview was. I'm just going to sum it up. But the interview was great. He's supremely confident. He's happy with the brand he's built because it's been his for a while now. I mean, just like in the interview said, he's been with Microsoft for 30 years. I mean, he's grown as a human being and as an executive and a corporate type person within Microsoft. So, I mean, I feel like we're in for a real treat.
Oh yeah. So I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Not to make
I don't like the memory thing, but whatever.
not to make this an echo chamber, but I agree 100% for sure. I just think that goes with the swag that Xbox has been showing, just the way information's come out, the things that they've been doing. They've been supremely confident. They have a plan. I'm not going to over dramatize it. They have a plan. They've been sticking with the plan. This is the Xbox that people were asking for. Now, some people obviously, if they don't get it the way they specifically want it, it's always going to be an issue. But otherwise, this is what we've been looking for: an aggressive Xbox, an Xbox that seems to have their legs under. They know where the brand is going. They know what they want to do. There's no stigma this time around the brand. There's no TV. There's no 900p. There's no less power. There's none of that. So they got a clean slate. And I feel like Phil is refreshed by that. He knows going into this generation, as long as they stick with the plan, they do what they're supposed to do, everything's going to be fine. So let's throw this over to you, Centurion. You see the interview. What'd you think about what Phil said? Does that kind of support what we've been talking about recently about Xbox as a brand?
Dude, I think Xbox is doomed as a brand. No, I'm playing. Anyway, so, okay, for starters, Stagger hit the nail right on the head. Congratulations to Phil Spencer. He has confidence, yes. And let's just like point out that he pretty much had the remains of the Xbox One generation just dumped in his lap, and this was not his plan. This was all Donnie D and the powers that be that were in control at that time. And it almost actually kind of influenced the direction of Microsoft as a brand. I mean, Xbox as a brand so much that it actually almost came up at one time that they were going to be sold. And obviously because of Phil Spencer and his, at that time, come on, he had already been with the company 20 some years. So obviously Phil Spencer is speaking up saying, hey, I can do this. And obviously first couple of years, he didn't have full total control of Xbox. But after those first couple of years, he was handed the reins and sat right next to Nadal right there on the executive board. And, here we are now. We have Game Pass and other great things to celebrate. And congratulations to Phil Spencer. If he ever hears this, 30 years at one job, that I don't care what you are, that shows dedication to your job.
Yeah. He's done a good job.
This interview. So I like how he's actually kind of putting his foot down. He is not going to create anything that PlayStation does. He is going to aim for a more mature title. Yes, probably, something, but he is not going to duplicate anything they do, because I actually kind of have to agree with his opinion. It does hinder gaming. When you do the same cookie cutter thing over and over again, you're just holding back gaming. And Microsoft and Xbox are really wanting to offer diversity, not only in gaming, but they want to offer diversity in the types of games that you can play, the services you can use to play them, how you can play them. I think it's absolutely amazing. He's talking about how they're using xCloud to upload test versions of games, so that way developers can actually test these games at home and look for bugs and test new things. So it's actually really cool to hear him talk about the ins and outs of actually kind of what they're having to do to create games right now, and that they have no desire at all to duplicate what's going on over at Sony. So anybody at this point who wants to keep kind of beating that drum, you're pretty much an echo chamber, because Microsoft has come out and said this is not the way we do things. This isn't what we aim for. Whoa, where'd he go?
Wait, what happened?
Ooh, what?
PTK is gone.
He is gone. We're still here though.
Well, anyways, it was an awesome interview. I am a little confused about the inflatable dog in the corner on the computer monitor. I think I would have actually moved that if I was personally the person in control of that camera, but I enjoyed the interview. I've had to catch it in bits and pieces because I work too damn much. Can PTK get back in?
I don't
should
know.
be able to.
It is his stream, so
I don't know.
I guess if Fuzzy wants to go, we'll just keep this going.
Yeah, it's Fuzzy's turn.
No, but as far as the interview, you guys both nailed it on the head as far as, you know, how he was, you know, confident as far as what the brand is doing. A couple of key things that I like is that even with some of the, I won't say softball questions, but more so the hardball questions as far as how like Game Pass and partnerships with developers and things like that go. You know, he didn't really shy away from how there are other benefits that the developers will experience. So I know there's someone on Twitter that will, you know, swear up and down that, oh, you know, Game Pass is going to be the end of games and no one is making any money or anything along those lines. But you know, you have to have a player base to be able to have potential customers to be able to spend more on either microtransactions or, you know, cosmetics or, you know, sequels and things along those.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, no
Hey,
worries.
welcome back.
Yeah, I got booted. Sorry.
I was actually starting to contemplate in my head. I'm just like, what happens at the end of the show? He's
No, I got kicked.
Stream button.
Sorry about that, everybody.
No, but yeah, the interview was awesome as far as seeing that he's already got the confidence in what they've worked on for the past 4 years and that they're getting ready to unveil some more next month, which speculation is probably what late part of July we'll get to see the first party as well as maybe some more third party stuff. But as far as the you know, the rumors of mic drop moments, I considering how confident they are right now, I would say we should be prepared. I know that some people out there have, you know, speculated as far as what will occur with the you know, the Lockhart or Xbox Series S, if that will be announced either beforehand or during the conference. But as far as overall games, yeah, they're like you said, Centurion, they're not going to copy Sony. They don't need to copy Sony. I mean, having variety or having something that's different will have its own appeal. And then the fact that they have such a wide variety of games that we already know about, like we already know about Halo, we already know about Flight Sim, and we already know about Hellblade 2 and things like that. But there's probably going to be a good bit more that we don't even have a slightest clue on, because he was saying that, you know, there are some announced games and ones that, you know, many of the studios are working on that, you know, haven't been announced yet. So
He did say that, didn't he?
yeah. So
I just realized that, yeah.
they got 15 studios and we only really know of about 4 games kind of, you know, guaranteed, or maybe not 4, but like somewhere 6 or less games that we know of that studios are working on. And then there's speculation on a Fable or Perfect Dark and things. And, you know, that still leaves like 8 or 9 studios out there that we have no idea what they're working on, other than, well, I guess Mojang is going to be doing the you know, the DLC, which they already announced some of the DLC and showed some of that, so it didn't have to wait until July to see that. But yeah, I'm very happy to and looking forward to what they will show us come July, because the way he laid it out in that interview, it sounds like every one of you have said, that they've had this plan, they've stuck to the plan, they've put the work in based on, you know, fan or player feedback as far as what we would want, and then help, you know, guide that direction, plus a few extra things that are more of like fan service, well, not really fan service, but things like xCloud and stuff like that. So it's great that we'll get to hear hopefully more, or the official launch date for xCloud as well. But yeah, great interview. I guess more great stuff is to come, but that was a nice peek or insight into where his mind is at on the brand as a whole, and considering how, you know, confident they are. It sounds like they're ready to, you know, ready to win this one. Not that they will, let's say, but I mean, as far as for us players out there, we win for the fact that there's going to be a more, I guess you could say, competent and confident Microsoft or Xbox out there this go around, this generation coming. So,
all right, well, that was a good take, super good take, and I guess I'll go ahead and wrap up this particular topic. So, I mean, I watched the interview obviously a few times just to kind of get a better idea of what, you know, Phil was saying. But I agree, like I said, 100%. You know, with what you guys were saying about just where he's at, where his mind is at, where the brand is at. Everything fits like Lego pieces. Where, you know, everything that he talked about correlates with the information we've been getting. Now, obviously, there's tons of people out there say they got inside information. You know, the rumors and emails. You know, there's a list floating around about what's supposed to be seen at this show in July. But ultimately, what I got is just the confidence. They seem calm. That nothing seems like a rush. Everything seems, you know, well planned. I mean, outside of the whole mixer thing, which was kind of left field, everything else has kind of been on schedule. You know, they're even able to withstand, you know, the inside Xbox kind of fiasco that people were trying to make it out to be. That kind of went away, you know, within a day or two. You know, they're jumping on rumors and things like that. So I love seeing this confidence. They know the direction that they want things to go in. They got obviously a fantastic piece of hardware. And honestly, like I said, PS5, their event was fantastic as well. So competition works out for all of us, you know, like these gentlemen said earlier. But that is going to go ahead and wrap up the show, man. Another phenomenal show, another week in the books, man. You guys are amazing, showing up, showing out here, man. Let everybody know we're here every single Saturday on the Shop Podcast. Next week, I do plan on having a guest. You know, so just be on the lookout for that. I always let you guys know early in the week, so follow me on Twitter. Follow all of us on
when
Twitter.
He says guest, he means my replacement.
No, oh yeah, well, so yeah, well, not necessarily replacement, but yeah,
it's just a joke.
Yeah, but either way, yeah. So plan on that. Like I said, follow us all on Twitter. All of that information is linked in the descriptions below. bg4ghub.com/the Shop Podcast. Shop Podcast. Check us out there. Appreciate you guys so much. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Stag, man, let everybody know where they can find you at, man. Any parting words, anything like that, or?
I mean, can I do the? Oh, never mind. I can't even think of the name of the movie I was going to reference. Fuck it. All right, so yeah, man, you guys can find me here once I recover from surgery on Saturdays. You can find me twitch.tv/Staggerilla. No longer on Mixer because it's fucking dead. It's like tumbleweeds. You're rolling through the fucking code right now, dude.
Damn, you ain't even gonna get no
Dude, it's like that point. It's like that point when a business is going out of business, and all that's really left is the shelves, and they're trying to sell those.
98% off over there right now.
Jesus Christ!
Fucking GameStop soon enough. Let's go. Let's close my local store and let me get some deals. God damn! I will. It's still closed, man.
Oh, dude, I went into one at Desert Ridge, and I mean, like, there's, you know how you went in and they have collectibles up at the top and stuff like that, dude. Like, you could see walls everywhere. I even asked the guy, I was like,
wall space? What?
Dude, there was like empty racks everywhere. I had to ask the guy. I was like, dude, are you guys all right? And he's like, well, they're just not stocking the stores right now because we have a lot of online retail.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, right.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be. Hopefully, insurance approves my surgery. I mean, they will. It's just a matter of doing the approval process, because you know they have to sit at a fucking table with a bunch of fucking people who aren't doctors and tell you, okay, yes, you can have surgery. So I should be doing that Thursday. And during my downtime, I think I'm gonna dive back into Anthem a little bit. But other than that, man, I'm looking forward to streaming when I can and getting back to you guys when I recover from surgery.
Yeah, and we wish you the best of luck during surgery too, man. Have a healthy, safe surgery. Get back
It'll
to
be
it.
a half an hour of sleep that I don't wake up from. That'll be great.
Ah,
No,
stop.
I mean, no, I just mean
I know
like
what
a
you
half
meant.
an
I know
hour
what
window of like actual, like I'm asleep the whole time.
But we appreciate you, man. Once again, wish you the best of luck in the surgery, man. Get back to us quickly and safely, brother. You always add so much to the show, man. So ahead and throw this over to you and turn around, let everybody know what's going on, man. More vids up on the channel. What's popping over there?
Well, for starters, good luck to you, Stagger, both in the surgery and your recovery and dealing with the insurance company. Definitely speedy recovery, bro. Yeah, definitely. I need to find time to make another video. I'm hoping to do that tonight and tomorrow night. But surprisingly, I did have a video actually go over 1,100 views. For some reason, everybody
nice.
and their grandmother is interested in Scorn.
Look, so listen, you'd be surprised, man. You keep. Anyway, just go ahead.
So I was happy about that. I was like, oh, cool,
Awesome,
that's nice. But other than that, been playing ESO. Hopefully, I'm gonna get back into playing some Disintegration because I'm at least finding that game fun. Yeah, just instead of Jack.
Is there a demo for that game? I heard about a demo
for Disintegration.
Yeah, or did you have to? Because
I bought it. I was
Okay.
interested. I watched enough reviews on it. I knew what I was getting myself into.
All right.
I could see why some people were like meh about it, but it's different enough to where I'm intrigued.
All right.
Anyways, if you want to find me on YouTube, Xbox Live, Twitter, you can always find me at Centurion1307. I also kick it right here with you awesome gentlemen every Saturday night on the Shop Podcast. You can also find me with the crazy guys over there at the TXR Podcast every Sunday night as well.
All right, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for always being here, man. Super big part of the show. Thank you so much, man. We're looking forward to some new content on the channel, man.
You know what? How about thank you for letting me be part of this and putting up with me every Saturday night.
Not a problem, man. We greatly appreciate you here, brother. But let's go ahead and move this over to Fuzzy Belvedere, Mr. Smooth Operator, Barry Ross, aka Velvety Smooth Voice. What's going on with you, Fuzz? Let everybody know they can find you. You got anything new cooking up over there?
I might release a video this week.
What?
Just something real quick.
Is the sky red?
No.
Baby, we gotta get Powerball tickets.
Yeah, something.
Fuzzy's making a video.
No, it's just going to be something quick. I at least want to put my predictions out there before all speculation hits the fan type of thing. But
is it going to be ASMR? You going to do ASMR? With that voice, you'd be like an ASMR, like the ninja ASMR.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna make a pretty little car with some nice headlights and some.
Oh man, the Fuzzy gets so big, so fast.
I'd probably sit there and watch that.
Oh, I made this custom paint skin using the mod tools.
There's some ideas with that, yeah. No, but some point this week I'll probably release a video. And other than that, other than on YouTube, you can find me on Twitter. Usually just chiming in on a few tweets out there, trying not to cause any ruckus as far as all the gaming news out there. But before I even get into any of that, Stag, best of luck on your surgery.
Oh, thank you, man.
Can't wait for you to be back. But I plan on just doing some more stuff, getting more involved with the community, and you'll find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Fuzzy_Belvedere or Fuzzy Space Belvedere, like on Xbox Live. And if anybody's interested, we'll more than likely be playing Crossfire X just to kind of mess around. Even though, I know it's got its bugs right now. It's not the smoothest game, but it's. For me, it's a little more fun than what PUBG was at start, so I'm happy with it for now, at least for what it is. But other than that, glad to be here. Awesome show, guys. Always fun talking games with you guys.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. And last but not least, your boy PTK Blame. Once again, all the links below in the description. Follow me on Xbox Live. Follow me on Twitter if you guys want to know what's going on here with the Shop Podcast. Appreciate you guys so much. The love, support, everything you guys add to the show every single week. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the Shop Podcast every Saturday, 6 p.m., man. We appreciate you guys so much. Stay safe. Cover your damn face. Wash your hands, everybody, all right? But anyway, peace out. See you guys next week. Shout out to BG4GHub once again.com. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Tom. But we're out of here, everybody. See you guys next week. Enjoy your evening. Peace out.
Later.